Hey, and welcome back to this series on creating a custom home in Revit. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my two favorite bathroom layouts for efficient plumbing and just good quality design. Follow along and create something similar if you like. So to get started, we're going to be in our architecture tab, and we're going to be using lots of the component features. Because this is a brand new file, I have to load everything from scratch. You'll see that when I made the template for this, I added in a fire hydrant that's visible on the site plan, but I need to start adding in some bathroom fixtures. So let's look inside loading our family. I am going to default back to my US folder, and everything is going to be found in my plumbing folder that I'm going to be starting with. I like to go under architectural and go to fixtures. In here, I like to start with my bathtub or shower. I'm going to make this bathroom off to the side here a full bath, which means it has actual bathtub. I love this one. The bummer is I won't be able to see it in my 3D plan, but that's okay. So I'm going to grab this rectangular tub, which can also be a shower, and I'm going to start placing this into the space. Now it's looking like it's not letting me add it because my bathroom isn't quite big enough. So I'm going to click and drop that in, and then I'm going to hit escape 2 times. It's not letting me put it in the way I want it to go, which means I need to move a wall. So I'm actually going to take this wall and I'm just going to use my arrow key and rotate or lower this down. And now I'm going to hit my escape button 2 times. I'm going to grab this bathtub and I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to say, hey, use the middle point as your anchor. And oops, that was the move tool. Let's try that again. I'm going to grab my shower and I'm going to grab my modify tool, which is my rotate. And still I'm going to grab that center point. I'm going to say, hey, take this as your base, and then I'm going to zoom way out so it's not snapping to any wood flooring. I'm going to go to 90 degrees, and hopefully it would rotate it, but it's not, so that's really frustrating. I'm just going to delete it and add it in again. So I'll go to my architecture tab. I'm going to go to component. Because I already added and loaded in through my family feature, my tub, it's here, it's selected. So look at now I can add in my bathtub. I don't want the plumbing on that. Actually, I'm going to leave my plumbing on my kitchen wall because that'll be more efficient for building. So I'm going to click to drop it, and I'm going to hit escape 2 times. So now I have my bathtub in here. I'm going to scooch that all the way into the corner. And all my plumbing features are going to go along this same wall. I'm going to leave this wall just kind of floating out here for now. That's just fine. And I'm going to start loading in some more items. I'm going to hit escape 2 times to drop and release that bathtub. And I'm going to grab my component tool again, use my load family, and this time I'm going to go up a level in my folders, and I'm going to add in a toilet. It's really silly, but in Revit, toilets are in the water closets folder. So I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to add in this domestic 2D toilet, and that is going to be placed not touching my shower. There needs to be a little bit of elbow room close to my shower, and then hit escape. Next thing I'm going to do is I think I have enough space for a nice big vanity counter here and maybe one tall cabinet here. So that means I'm going to go in to my component, I'm going to load family, and this time I'm going to leave my plumbing folder, and I'm going to go all the way back out to my US folder, and I'm going to go into the casework folder. Inside my casework, I'm going to go into base cabinets, and I'm going to scroll almost all the way down, and I'm going to add in a vanity counter. That one's not going to be the right one. I'm just clicking on it and looking at the preview off to the side. That could be a possibility, but I don't think that's the one I want. I don't want open shelving. A single door in a drawer. No. How about this modern? Ooh, I really am loving that modern one. I don't know if I have enough space for a double, but I do know I have enough space for a single. So I'm actually going to choose that one. I'm going to click to open it, and I'm going to place that along the wall. One thing I love about this is, look at it, has the sink in there, it has the countertop, it has everything I could possibly need. Sometimes, oh nice, look at, there's bigger ones I could pick from. I just selected that and looked at my other options. I know for sure I have enough space for a 36-inch long one. I want one with hardware and with legs. And now I'm just going to use my arrow keys to scooch that over, which means I'm going to have a good amount of space right next to that vanity to put in a tall cabinet for storage. Escape to drop that, and then go back to component, load family. I'm going to go up one folder level, and I'm going to open up tall cabinets. And in here I have a bunch of different tall cabinet options. Clearly I don't want this one. I'm not putting anything built in there. I'm just going to look through my options kind of fast. I do like that one that had the glass doors. I like this one with the tall skinny features. I don't have enough space for that double one. So I'm going to go back to that single door with glass, and I'm going to click open. And I am going to put this tall cabinet against this wall. You'll notice in Revit that it's going to have the back of your cabinet have your cursor on the back. So that's going to be what the back is. I like to push these cabinets into the corner as much as possible. I'm going to hit escape 2 times to drop that. Let's check it out in 3D. I'm going to scroll to zoom in. It's actually not going to look so great 3D because my toilet and my shower were only visible in 2D. But that's okay. I like this layout. Now obviously I'm going to need a door here. I'll do that after I finish out my other bathroom. I might need to move this wall. I might need to wiggle this wall around. But my bathroom layout is really looking good. I'm liking that a lot. Now over here in the ensuite, I'm going to put this as my bathroom. Now this is really big at this point. So I am going to put in my next favorite bathroom layout. I am a big fan of this layout for an ensuite when there's, it's a bathroom that might be shared. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to grab my component tool. I'm going to start with this tall cabinet. I'm going to hit my space bar so I am plopping it in the right spot. So my cursor is hovering on the back. I'm going to start by putting in this tall cabinet right by the door. And then I'm going to hit escape. Now I'm going to go back to component. And this time I'm going to load in family. I'm going to go up a level. I'm going to go back to those base cabinets. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to add in a double modern vanity and hit open. I'm going to hit my space bar a couple of times so those are going in the right spot. I know this is not quite right as far as placement. I'm going to hit escape 2 times to drop that one. And then I'm going to grab my vanity and see if, just like last time, I have some other choices. And yes, I do. And this bathroom is really nice and big. So I'm going to grab this 72-inch long one with the legs and the hardware. And you'll see that this is way bigger. I don't like that it's not actually touching the wall, so I'm going to move it in and have it snap to the wall. Same thing with this tall cabinet. Let's see if there's another size available. Going down. Oh, I only have a 24, so I'm just going to stick with that one. And I'm going to move that one, see if it'll snap to the wall. It's really not wanting to. I want it to be, there we go, I want it to be touching the wall so it's anchored to that wall space. And this is turning out to be a really big bathroom. I'm definitely going to have to wiggle my walls around. Now my next thing is my door is going to go actually right here. And behind the door is going to be a nice big shower, and the toilet's going to go in the corner. So let's get that laid out. Hit escape to drop that cabinet that was selected. Grab my component. Load in family, and this time I'm going to go back to plumbing. I'm going to look to see if there's any other showers that I could possibly add in. Wow, that's not many choices. Let's see what's in the MEP folder. Every once in a while, there's some good choices in that one. There's this one, and that one. I'm actually going to choose this one and I'm going to modify it later. This shower stall with a seat. I'm going to click and select it. And the seat is going to be, again, I'm going to leave that against the wall. I'm going to click to drop it, and then I'm going to hit escape 2 times. Now this is not very big, and I have way more space to be able to make this bigger. I'm not going to just click on the public one. I'm going to stay in the private one, and I'm going to actually edit this feature. I'm going to go in and edit. I am not going to duplicate it. I'm not going to rename it. I am just going to change the size of it, and once I've changed the size, then I'm going to go in and rename it so it matches. I'm going to change my shower width to 6 feet. I'm going to leave it 3 feet, but I'm going to increase it. I don't really have depth here, so I'm not going to increase it any depth. I'm going to leave the height, and I'm going to click on apply. That's actually looking way better. I like how long that is. So it is 6 feet, which is 60 inches by 36. No, it's 6 feet, so it's 72 inches. And then click on OK. Click on OK here. And now I'm going to move it in so it's not overlapping that wall. Great, I really like that. And then the last thing I need to do is I need to place in my toilet. Because I've already loaded that, I'm just going to find my toilet already loaded, clicking on toilet and plopping it in here. There is a good amount of wiggle room next to each side of the toilet. And let's check it out in 3D. Here's my bathroom. I'm not loving how tall these walls are. I would really want to customize that, but I'm not going to show you in this video. This is what it looks like. There will be a toilet down here. In our next video, we're going to be adding in doors and windows to be able to get into the different spaces in the rooms.